Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane. Host is in Jiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. Last early hours this morning, I think it was around 3 o'clock, I posted a suspension letter that was coming from the ANC Youth League leader, Secretary General, who is Umthokolo Gudle, who has suspended COLLEN Malatjie. COLLEN Malatjie was suspended, and people are saying what is going on. So there's a lot of news that is going in the public space right now, that is saying COLLEN Malatjie himself has been suspended. So now I want to break down to you guys what is happening here, so that everyone can understand how the ANC works, how Congress works, and why all of these fights all of a sudden. Now, we all know the 27th National Congress is happening in Limpopo next month in December. So this is the main reason why political parties fight. That's why they say a political party that can run through an elective conference successfully without any hiccups, too many hiccups, even though there's always been a tag of dictatorship, buying of members, influencing of members and everything. But a political party that can make it through an elective conference and still stay intact after the conference is a very strong political party. That's why you see other political parties don't even entertain the issue of a congress, because some of their politicians that are in their leadership will not win elections. They don't have the support on the ground. What they have is the support from the top. The principal, the president of those political parties is the one that single-handedly appoints and hires and fires members as he pleases. I'm talking about Action SA. I'm talking about parties like your Patriotic Alliance. There's many, and let's not go through all of them. Our focus today is the Secretary General being it looks like with him it's confirmed that he's going to be he's suspended going to the conference. Now you have to get a wilder picture, a full picture of what is going on through the provinces, and what is it that the other provinces want going to that elective conference or the congress in Limpopo. One thing I need to point out, that this is an early congress. This congress comes before time. They're supposed to elect another leadership structure on 2027 early, before the ANC National Congress, National Elective Conference. So the issue is here now is that COLLEN Malatjie will not be under the age of 35 in 2027. They know this. They understand this, and they don't make a mistake with the new conference is due 2027, but I'm not going to make it. So they make plans, because remember they're an interim structure. COLLEN is going for a second term now. So they are saying no. Let us allow COLLEN to come. He's the ice boy of the ANC. Fikile Mbalula loves him. The president, Cyril Ramaphosa, loves him. So they want to elect him again, because remember, whoever is going to stand for the ANC elective conference in 2027 needs the ANC Youth League to sing for him. He needs that ANC Youth League to rise on the ground. So you need that power. So who better, if you are Fikile Mbalula, who better to back you and attack your political opponent than COLLEN Malatjie? We have heard COLLEN Malatjie starting to attack the age of the members who are going to stand in that Congress. He says if they are not in their 50s, they must forget. We are not going to entertain people in their 70s to stand for the ANC president seat. So Collen Malatjie has already taken side. Fikile Mbalula is on Collen Malatji's side, will protect him. So now, Eastern Cape and the ANC, the Northern Cape has their chairpersons targeting a deputy president seat. So they want Umtekolo, they want to take him out. He knows this. That's why he's acting out of panic now. He's acting out of panic. So he's suspending his president. Because remember, he's a secretary general. He can't do that. The powers invested in him, he can't do that. He runs the membership of the ANC Youth League. And that is something I'm going to speak in depth now. So ANC in the ANC Youth League in the Northern Cape wants their chairperson to run for the deputy president, and Eastern Cape wants their chairperson from the Eastern Cape to run for DP. And remember, Umtokolo wants to graduate also. He also is eyeing for that seat of DP. Now the issue is here. Provinces bring different numbers. I think Eastern Cape brings something around about 250,000 to 300 delegates. The problem with the ANC Youth League in Northern Cape is sub 100. So it's about numbers. You go to other provinces, they've got bigger numbers and all of those things. So now, here's something that we need to tell you guys. The seat of the presidency of the ANC Youth League is a short-lived success. You are not going to be there for long, because obviously you will enter there, if you are lucky, towards your late 30s. I mean late 20s. You're 26, 27, and then you enter, you serve your 3 to 5 year term, and you are gone. You are not going to stand again. You're not going to stand again. The next conference might find you before 35, because they say you must be elected before the age of 35, then you can serve the other full term. But it's a very short-lived success. So there are key, to win a conference, you need four things I can think of that I have noted down. You need an equal support from the party, mother body, and the provincial leadership, meaning your provincial premier must support that you are the one that must go and stand there, and he must push that that agenda in the NGC, in the NEC. He must push it for you so that you can be the one that is elected. That's number one. Is your province supporting that you must be the one that stands? Excuse me. Number two, you must be in charge of organizational infrastructure. What do we mean by that? We mean the Secretary General controls, actually, if you think about it, who are the members who are coming to the National Congress, who are coming to elect. I told you each province brings a different number of people. So the reason why the SG is a threat to Collen Malatjie is because he controls the membership. Now you can't allow him to control who comes, because if he controls who comes, then you will find that those people are going to turn against you. That is the beginning point of winning any conference. You must be in charge of who is sitting in the delegation chairs. You must. It's non-negotiable. Because why? Nobody has got confidence in Collen Malatjie. Really, honestly speaking, nobody in the ground. In fact, nobody in the ANC Youth League is carrying the same power as Abo Fikile Mbalula, Tikaba, Julius Malema, that same presence that people loved and everything. Nobody right now, Collen Malatjie, nobody takes Collen Malatjie serious. Only those who are looking to self-benefit, self-enrich, and those who are looking to say, okay, where am I going to go? Let me get closer to power. And Collen Malatjie is doing the same with Fikile Mbalula. Collen Malatjie, in his head, he thinks he can be president of the ANC in his dreams. Tokolo, I remember when they were elected not when they were elected, when the MK party was formed, he was the one who was taking the pictures of the wall of Jacob Zuma. You remember, guys? You remember that? And he was taking the pictures of the wall. And I said, this boy is not politically wise. You can't erase the history of Jacob Zuma in the ANC because he's got now different political views, and try to erase him and say he did not exist. He was not an ANC president. And I said, if you guys go watch my videos, I said his day is also coming. The same with Collen Malatjie. I've said his day will come when the party will turn against him. Mtokolo is the one who's going to taste it first. I hope nobody from the next ANC leadership structure will take his picture out of the wall like he did with Jacob Zuma. That was a very stupid move, and he did it multiple times. He didn't do it once. Anyways, number two, I said you must be in charge of the infrastructure, meaning the membership of the ANC Youth League. Who is coming to the conference? Who's going to elect? Who's favoring who can be bought and everything. That is what you must do. And of course, that leads us to number three, which is money. You must have money. You must have money. If you are not in charge of the infrastructure like the XG is, you have to then fight. You have to create a parallel structure where you are the one who's funding, and it needs a lot of money. It needs a lot of money, in the millions, to go to every province and find the key leaderships and say, hey, leader, 200,000. Let's make sure that we are voting for King said so. Let's make sure. Let's vote for King said so. You know, because you're hearing, okay, no man, Zizipo is winning, and you say, hi, let's leave Zizipo. Let's here's some money. Let's vote for King said so. You guys understand what I'm saying? Excuse me. So you get to understand those dynamics. The fourth one, which never really carries a lot of value, but you have to have the sentimental support from branches. The branches have to say, you know what, King says so might not be the most popular, or not. He's not a favorite of the mother body, like Mafia, for example. If I can make an example about Mafia from Mpumalanga, he's not a favorite of the mother body, but on the ground, Mafia can challenge you Sihlelonzi. On the ground, I don't want to put them against each other, but it's just a perfect example that I can think of. So the ground loves you, and because the ground loves you genuinely, there's that sentimental value that you bring, the support that you have from the ground. Northern Cape can say, but hey, we wish we had a leader like Mafia. Limpopo can say, we wish we had a leader like Mafia. So we will vote for Mafia. Remember, he declined the nomination. Where were they? Were they in Nazareth, or where were they? He declined. He said, no, I'm not available to stand, because he had other plans that he wanted to do. Very respectfully so. So you have to have that support from the ground. And if you have that support, I'm telling you, everything is going to go well. But it doesn't carry too much if you don't have the money and you're not in control. Another thing that people don't mention is the IEC. The IEC runs these congresses. They are the ones who do the auditing, that do the numbers, the count, and everything. And I'm telling you right now, that organization is corrupt to the core. I wonder why is it politicians have not yet exposed the IEC. I wonder why. Like proper exposed with proper evidence, and going to what you call an court, and taking the IEC to court and fighting it properly. The MK once said they've got evidence. They will take the. I don't know where that case ended. So the excuse me, guys. Something there's an emergency that I need to attend to now. So yes. you have to master those key factors that I just pointed out. You have to make sure that you have equal support in your province by your provincial principal. You have to make sure that you are in charge of the membership. You have to make sure that you've got money. You have to make sure you have the sentimental value, and you have to make sure that you've got the IEC in your pocket to win a conference. That is something that is very important. You cannot run around it. So that is what is happening here. COLLEN Malatjie are chasing time. That is why the early conference, this is what we call an early congress. So they know they will not be able to stand in 2027. So they are fighting to stand today, and it's because they want to dribble time. But the problem is that there are people that are young, but they are just younger than COLLEN. They qualify in 2027, but 2027 does not have a promise. So they would like to win now, but they can't stand now because COLLEN Malatjie are in the way. You guys understand what I'm saying? So that is what is going on here. It's just a fight against time. It's just a fight for money, a fight to get influence, and the motherboard has got obviously 100% interest in who stands there in that province, in the ANC Youth League national leadership. So Mthokolo, mina out here when I saw your political ignorance when you started taking pictures. They saying, I told you they are sending you to do that. They will come back for you. It will not be nice. So here we are today. Where we are today. COLLEN Malatjie, even if he survives now and stands and wins the Congress in Limpopo, his day is also coming. His day is coming. In fact, let me say this because COLLEN Malatjie are also watching these videos. In fact, there's other political parties, I'm not going to name them, that are already having meetings with Brapol to say, Brapol, if you survive going to jail, because they are going to start attacking Brapol, because he must be Upol Mashatile, he must be the next president of the ANC, the ANC. They are going to attack him because they know he's a distraction, and he can compete against Mbalula nationally. He will get the province, but he'll get the provinces. But now they are going to attack him and try to sideline him with the step aside rule and try to push Ufikile Mbalula. But those political parties, the 3 political parties, have said to Upol, if you can win, we will defend you. Let me close by saying that. So COLLEN Malatjie is running because of time. Let me go and attend to this emergency that just is disturbing me today. Until we meet again, go in the comment section, tell me what you think, and I'll probably make another video about this. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child, do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan African.